weather this time of year in the South? Perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. For the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Harper. Throw left side complete. That's Chavez. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Falcons at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. I expect them to play really well here.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And he fires one incomplete.
Incomplete. Malachi starts on the coverage.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Operating from the gun, Harper. That is incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Jackson going to keep it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around to number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
To throw is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Norton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Now he's going to step up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Second down.
Hey, middle.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Norton. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Jackson now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
You change it.
Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Chavez. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
You. Hey, report.
Again, Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, they got his man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point safely through. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put 4 points up on the board.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Jackson. Open man down the field. That's Burden. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. They go play action with Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Jackson to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Here's a screen for Robinson. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Harper. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there. A breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Here's Jackson. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. They're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Luther Burden, 91 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Short throw, caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he's up past the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw again. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. We saw plenty of throws like this in Columbus last year. He's got his guys a first down. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Hey, report. You are at. Yeah. Report.
Now it's Jackson. Pass to the right side, caught by Vernon. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here is 3rd and 5. In motion, the tight end. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Off play action. Harper. He finds his man. Complete. It's Wood. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny them the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now Jackson. And this one too low. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let him go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Jackson. And he is caught. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Yeah, yeah. Hey. You change it. Middle.
To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
No, we changed it. Middle. Hey.
Jackson will throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
13.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Jackson now. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
51-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, you think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line. Knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Harper. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Looking to throw. Harper. That's out wide here for Robinson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. Inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd quarter. Robinson through the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Harper. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw. Harper. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be like Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out, began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Report!
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Yo.
Now receiver in motion left.
Middle.
Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Luther Burden. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Ravens have retaken a third-quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call the playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Able to locate his running back open downfield. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Robinson is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Looking to throw. Harper. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Jackson going to keep it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Chavez. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, they realized the play was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in the sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance if they want to be aggressive.
There he goes, right side. Loose inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 85 yards. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
At the Ravens' 4-yard line.
Back to throw. Harper. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. They're going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Throwing after the interception. Peoples. He finds his man, complete. That's Norton. And out across midfield, down to the 45. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
They'll look to throw now on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Here's second down and 3.
Come on, come on.
Looking to throw. Peoples. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Seven Pirates.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember the offense scored a touchdown. The last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up first and 10 here.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers. Get Cougar 19. Riggs. 19 Lions.
Back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Here comes second down.
60 Maverick. Go. 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
He's back to throw. incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Fourth down, 10 yards to go. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down. And this one is right through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This is 1st and 10.
Mustang 19.
Throwing to start the drive. Peoples. He finds his man, complete. That's Chavez. They'll come up now on second down.
Cut 19.
Back to throw. Peoples. Pass caught by Burden. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So a crucial 2-point conversion there, but that's just part one of this 2-part story that they need to happen here.
Yeah, they do need to do a few other things, don't they? They got the 2, as you noted. Now they've got to make sure they get the onside kick and hope to get into field goal range and maybe have one last miracle left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more than a 2-part story. It's a 3- or 4-part story. Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. So they needed the onside kick, and they got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
79 Broncos. Check. Panther 11. Dragon 60. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. It's It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
60, Stephanie! Like it, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick! Check flag, check flag! 18 Rodley, 18 Rodley!
He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Here we go.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
57-yard attempt.
And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And